Hello everybody, we've had enough of lawn because we can never have enough of lawn, but we are doing temporarily because it was Lawnmas Day last week. So I'm going to carry on, not on my own, I've got a special guest with me, but we're going to carry on with the Dustin Mcphetridge Chatlog. I sometimes get a bit freaked out because it's like stomach churning, so someone is here to help me out, which is our good friend Heisenberg White, and I will refer to him as Dan because strangely that's his fucking name. So hello Dan.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me back. It was a lot of fun to do this the last time. I think unfortunately when your channel disappeared into the ether, the video that we did together was lost with it. However, I am excited to get back in the saddle, see what our boy Dustin's up to again. And happy late Lawnmas to you as well. I hope it was spent well with lots of pot pies and wheat coffee. I was able to catch your stream. I had a lot of fun listening to it. I wish I could have participated. I was very sick. Had that little bit of a chest cold hanging on to me. You know how it is. And
oh, do I?
But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy, healthy. I'm ready to get back into the chat. This is actually taking place just a little around the same time. 11 years ago. That's right, 11 years ago, around this time last year, or 11 years ago, in October. Dustin is doing his best to charm the unsuspecting decoy here, who probably had no idea what she was in for when this chat started.
Yeah, you just made me think as well, when you've said that around about this time. Obviously, all this chat log went on at the same time as Lawns, because they all went to the house at the same time. It was the same decoy house, wasn't it?
That's right. If anything, Lawnmas should be like a week-long celebration, you know?
A year-long. We should... to be fair, we celebrate lawn every day of our lives.
I mean, in the Catholic Church, you have the, feast days of saints. Why don't we have a feast day of Dustin, where we all sit around and watch wrestling together and eat Doritos and Mountain Dew, and yeah, hell yeah.
In our underpants with big, bulging... bellies, yeah. And it doesn't. I've got this image in my mind now, and it's not particularly pleasant, if I'm being honest.
Why don't we just get right into the chat then?
That's not pleasant either, but that's the idea, isn't it? So,
right. Yeah. Oh, we didn't discuss this. Who is going to be reading what role? I'm fine either way.
Well, we'll just not we'll not read it. We'll analyze it as we go through.
Sure. You be the narrator expert here, and I'll follow. Go ahead.
I looked at the last video that I did, which was like nearly 2 months ago, and I'm just going to highlight it on my screen now, which you can't see because you're going through it yourself. So we're starting from where Dustin, or should I say Wrestling Dude, says, if you was ever attracted to a guy, I'd rather us have, what's that say, a threesome. He fucking... It's frustrating that he can't type properly, but we should give him a break because it's not...
I think it's a combination of not knowing how to spell and also the physical disability he has with his hand probably as well. Those two together is how you end up with a mess like this.
Yeah, a mess of a person. Have a threesome that you cheat on me, but I would expect you to let another woman join us too. So basically what you're saying is we can have a threesome, but don't be thinking you're going to be getting off with another guy. I'm going to have another girl and you as well. So he's being a little selfish there. Do you agree?
Well, is he saying that he would agree to a 2-man, 1-woman threesome if she had to obligate to a 2-woman, 1-man threesome?
He sort of implies that he wouldn't be totally against the idea of another guy, but he'd much rather have another girl involved, which you can completely understand. You know, I certainly wouldn't want to be... Never mind. But
well, how about that? If you were... I mean, that's quite a bizarre situation to be put in, but if you were ever in that situation with a woman you claim to love and she's like, look, it's just not working anymore. Here's what can happen. We either break up and I'm going to go have sex with this guy and probably go out with him, or you can let me have sex with him once and you get to do it with me. It's still both uncomfortable, and I think that's a lose-lose, honestly, for me. But if he was...
Yeah. I'm getting all these disturbing images in my head now.
It's quite the imagination you have there.
But something as well has just like occurred to me in these disturbing images, and I can't imagine why my brain has not conjured this up before. Can you try? I know this is disturbing, but try and picture in your head Dustin getting down to it to engage in the act of lovemaking.
How about this? I'll do you one better. Think of the sexiest, like most amazing celebrity fantasy crush you could think of, and I already know what it is, so you don't even have to say it. But I have a feeling she's in a Star Wars film. But you get a one-time free pass to take this woman out and you know, as two consenting adults would, you know, engage in physical lovemaking. But the only caveat here is that you have to have a threesome with Dustin as well.
Wow, that's a firm no.
Wow.
Because that you wouldn't look back and see that as an enjoyable experience, would you? Because
I guess you wouldn't.
Any pleasure that would be derived from either getting it on with that particular person.
I might do it just for the story.
Yeah. I mean, me and Adam were talking about this earlier about not getting it on with Mcphetridge, but we were talking about sort of like, would you go out with, would you have sex with someone that you didn't find attractive just because they were well known or famous? And we made. I don't know why, but the Roseanne Barr got thrown around. Not literally. I don't think you could throw her around.
I'm incredibly attracted to her. God,
really?
Oh, god damn!
Wow.
Oh.
So you, Roseanne, and Mcphetridge.
Yeah.
Wow. But
do you have any other celebrity crushes?
Other celebrity crushes?
Yeah.
Oh, apart from Roseanne Barr. I mean, it was Adam that brought her name up, not me.
I mean, me, like, I think, you know, like Casey Anthony is one. You know, the mom in Florida that murdered her child, and yeah, she's pretty hot. That's definitely one. Dell, of course, too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, you know. Oh, yeah. Just very quickly before we, you know, carry on. Who is Casey your favourite decoy sexually? Don't forget she's of age. She's not really 14. No, it's quite alright to be attracted to her.
No, yeah, well, if you're going to boil it down just to attract... First off, I think she, as a decoy, not only did her job exceptionally well, but I thought she brought a lot of entertainment to that show, intentionally or unintentionally. I respect her work. I think she is, you know, I'm just trying to answer this as politically correctly as possible.
Don't bother that crap. Just say it, man. You want a bonus, silly.
Of course, yeah. All-time favorite, I would actually say no, probably not.
Go on, is it the Asian one from the California thing?
It's Dan Schrack. No. Yeah, it probably would be the California girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, what about the girl from Murphy?
Yeah, probably not. She has a cute cat though. Marvin might be interested, but what are we, like 5 minutes in? We're already way off track.
I know.
We haven't even started reading the new chat yet.
I know. We're already nearly halfway through the video. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it, guys.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. So Dustin responds by saying, "I try to be far," which I believe he means fur.
Yeah.
If you want me to, I'm not a cheater though. Well, I'm not a cheater, but I ain't cheating if both of you are participating.
I think he intentionally spelled it that way because he was writing as he would say it, and he probably had a mouthful of chocolate at the time, and that's what it would sound like. Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
He's got the text, you got the Siri writing the messages for him, and he's got a mouthful of food as he's taking the message.
Oh dear. I'm not a cheat, but I ain't cheating if both of you are participating. Oh, right. I think he basically...
Wrestling dude, of course, would like the tag team. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well done. Yeah, I'm sure he would, yeah. At some point, I want you to have sex with a woman and me be to... What? And me to be there. Right, okay. I don't like girls that, though. Like that, though. You may, at some point, you know those posters of guys that you stare at all day long and think, Dame, he's cute. What is he going on about?
Okay, yeah, he's literally trying to hypnotize her, I think, into sleeping with a girl. He wants her to say, like, think of all the feelings and emotions you get when you look at those handsome men that you are attracted to now. Just, think to yourself, hey, could I ever look at a woman like that? Could I ever have that sort of feeling? That's what he's saying up here.
Yeah, he's flogging a dead horse with himself, isn't he, really? So he's got to get her to think of other people and maybe stick his... But like stick his face on.
That's a Lorne tactic, I think, right there. Just try, like, what are you thinking about? What do you think right now? How do you feel when you think about it? Just you say, think me, think of me, think about me while you're gone, think about me, and he thinks just eventually she will. That's the only thought that's going to be going through her head because that's all he consumes her time with. So
it's an interesting tactic.
I haven't really seen it work so far yet, but
well. Have you ever caught yourself looking at a girl that way? Nope. You will one day. So he just automatically assumes that every girl's going to be sexually attracted to another girl. He just wishful thinking. I mean, he should just be grateful for getting laid if he ever did.
Dustin, if that was the case, then you would never have a chance. Because if a perfectly straight woman had to choose between another woman and you, like, I'm sorry, I think your odds are 50-50 at best, probably.
Wow. Okay, you see a girl and you wish that you look like her. Is that borderline kind of
body shaming a little bit?
Or borderline a bit insulting?
Well, I mean, we all kind of think like that, I guess. It's kind of bold of him to assume that of her, especially a teenage girl. Like, that's when you're most vulnerable and impressionable, and that's kind of a shitty thing to say to a kid.
Yeah, and he's already said some pretty shitty things. Did we ever get the photograph of the decoy that they used? I'm sure it's available. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to do some digging.
Yeah. He's still going on about this. That means you're somewhat attracted to them. Oh, never heard that. Did you learn something about yourself? What? It's like very Lorne-esque, this, isn't it?
He's like the teacher.
Yeah. It's kind of trying to open... He thinks he can nurture this side of her that she doesn't even know that she's got. It's just all about him getting his wicked way, and he doesn't really care. I mean, that's pretty much the way with all of them, though, isn't it?
Are you familiar with the tragedy of Dustin the Wise?
He is like something out of a horror movie, isn't he? I mean, that sounds really bad, that, doesn't it? Like I'm making fun of his disability, and there's been people in some of the videos...
That's hardly the most terrifying thing about him.
Oh yeah, of course, but what I mean is, it just paints a picture of someone who's walking around. He's got this walking stick, and he's got obviously these motor function problems, and he walks funny. If you saw him walking in the shadows, it'd just be quite amusing, because he wouldn't be able to chase after you, would he?
You'd probably feel sorry for him, which I think he even expressed in the interview with John. He's like, people look down on me, they because of my disability, and I get that, but people are walking by thinking like, oh, that poor guy, like, it sucks that he has to live. In his head, in Dustin's head, he's just thinking, oh, I can't wait to get in that fucking 13-year-old girl's pants. Oh, I'm just being honest. Oh God, like, you're a monster, man. Monsters come in all shapes and sizes and forms, and that's exactly what you are, brother.
You ain't kidding.
You ain't shitting. Yeah.
And he says here, we just moved down to where he says, do you have to undress in gym in a locker room? Nope. Oh, okay. He's pretty pissed off there, isn't he? What's that say? Does some make you?
She even says.
Yeah, the D wasn't. What is the sum? I meant some. Ooh. Understand this, that... What? Understand this, that... Say we are. This is doing my fucking head in now.
Come on.
And a slutty girl walks by half naked. Yes, I will look, but every man does. Harry does too. I guarantee. I can't. I don't.
He's trying to impress this girl, right? He's trying to get her to like him. So before they've even met, he said, "Just by the way, all or any opportunities I have to look at any other women and ogle at them sexually, I'm going to do it, but it's okay because everybody does it."
That's brilliant, isn't it? That's just a way of getting out of anything that he does. Well, you know, I've cheated on you and exposed you online and tortured your family to death, but all guys do it.
Yep.
Why do guys do that? I don't know. Well,
it's like it's an evolutionary thing.
He's kind of missed the boat there. If he'd have expanded on it a little bit, he might have been able to sort of manipulate her a bit further. Right there,
it's a man thing for men.
I'll just say sorry about that, guys. What he could say is, all men do it because when they're of a certain age, they get magic powers, and those magic powers will make you happy for the rest of your life and give you riches and jewels and everything you could ever imagine. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Or he's like, it's a physical addiction. Every man is struggling with it. You really should feel sorry for us. Yeah. We have to overcome this just to quench our urge to rape 24/7. It's exhausting.
He does go a bit further here and say it's a man thing. So. It's not really explaining a lot. Fuck off. Sorry, I keep getting emails popping up on my screen. I should have closed that down, but there you go. Mom's calling, I gotta go. Oh, I thought that was him saying that. Oh, TTU Tom? Talk to you tomorrow. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby, I love you always. I love you too, always night. When did she start saying I love you? Anyway.
Did she say it the last time?
I don't know. I just don't remember. Yeah. There's not, like, if you compare it to pornography, there's not that much lovey-dovey stuff, is there? It doesn't really...
Yeah. They say it just kind of as a way to end the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've all been there, haven't we? Like, oh, shit, I've got to go through the motions now. Love you. Bye. Fuck off.
But you mean it when you tell me you love me, right, Andy?
Oh, of course.
All right, thank you.
I really mean it then, though. That's different. Hey.
This is the next day.
Yeah. So we're into the 15th now. Hello, my love. Hey, love you too. How's my baby? Good. You there? You got booted. I'll be bit what?
He meant to say BRB.
Right. Okay, on my headset. Fucking hell.
His headset broke. His head was so fucking thick that it didn't fit on his head anymore. Yeah. Well, I'm picturing like one of those Xbox headsets. I think it was probably that little Bluetooth ear. Or maybe
the Bluetooth
he showed up with was probably brand new because his last one broke.
Oh yeah, we've just uncovered something probably no one's delved into before. So he thought, I can't break this because all it does is fit in my ear.
Yeah.
I've always thought that I know they've got practical uses, them those Bluetooth earpieces, but I just can't help but think that everybody that wears one's a bit of a twat.
Like, how hard is it to just fucking hold the phone up or use regular earphones? How often are you on the phone where both of your hands are occupied?
Well, I mean, with him, we can kind of forgive him, can't we? Because one of them is not much use.
Right, and the other one's always just either touching his dick or playing video games, so...
Yeah. Hey, that's the point. He plays video games. it's going to be pretty difficult, isn't it?
I wonder what kind of games he likes.
Well, I mean...
I mean, on a computer game, really you only need one hand for a mouse, and on some of them, and you can kind of mash the buttons, I guess. Whereas a controller, I think you need a little bit more thumb precision on both hands. So, yeah. But he said he had an Xbox. He said he had an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right, I can't hold my phone on top now. Why was your day? Boring. Yours. Tiring. Why? Good question. Was hot out and was running, doing things. I don't think he really means running, does he?
No, he means running around. But now, if you notice, we are a little over 10 minutes into this chat, and it's been pretty mild so far. How quickly do you think it's going to take to turn south?
Well, I can't see far ahead at the minute. All I can see...
Yeah, I can't... I'm anticipating it.
Right. It doesn't usually take that long.
Right.
I've noticed. It'll be interesting to see and how. But I think we've actually already touched upon the worst things that he does. But I've not gone through this in any detail before, so who knows? Did you mail what you were supposed to do? Not really. Oh, you should be able to have fun.
Oh, mail.
We know what he wanted in the mail, don't we? Just to enlighten anybody in case you forgot. Dustin was insistent, and I fucking mean insistent, that this girl sent her... Sorry? Yeah, this child. Yeah, good. We need to clarify that. Sent her dirty underwear in the mail. And he wouldn't let it go. I mean, it was something that, like, it was almost more than anything else. It's pretty fucking disturbing. I had to get the car fixed and stuff. That sucks. What's wrong with your car? Did you send the mail? Mail? See what I mean? She's trying to change the subject, and he's just there straight away.
Let's see. Oh, it was a matter of stamps. That's all.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Got to find the stamps. The tyre had a hole in it. Took an hour and a half. What do you deal with? So she's got to consistently call him out on his spelling mistakes. So did you put them in a Ziploc bag? Oh yeah, he wanted them to be in a Ziploc airtight type bag to sort of keep the flavour.
Oh no!
What a freak. Yeah. Cool. What colour are they? White. You there? Cool. How long did you wear them? Like normal time? 1 day? Yeah. You will... What? You all them up between your pissy. You pull them up between your...
And she says no, and he's like, oh, it's okay, baby. He's so forgiving.
Oh, he's a nice guy, really. I think we've been a bit too hard on him. I mean, that just proves it there. It's okay, right, baby. Yeah. That disgusting thing that makes no sense that I've asked you to do, which is really a violation against being a human being. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to let it drop, is he?
No.
I'm just happy I have you, and you'll send me such a special gift. Yeah, he's got to get that in there straight away, and just remind her that she's still got to fucking do it.
Well, there's an interesting idea. Pedophile loot boxes.
Get on Shark Tank with that.
Yeah, like a monthly subscription. You send it in the mail. You get some dirty underwear. You know. Hell yeah.
I'm glad I got you too. Kiss. Can't wait to kid you for real. What's kid? Kiss. How did he put it wrong twice, so not only is there like one typo in
I think he's just not even looking before he sends, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, my typing sucks today. Well, it sucks every day.
Yeah.
It's K because I can ask you. Are you alone? Nope, Harry's here. Where's your mom working? I want you alone so we can talk dirty. Got booted. I know, baby. I want you to call me as soon as possible. I love hearing your voice. I love hearing yours too. I want to hear you moan, baby. Ugh. What do you mean?
It's so funny. Like he wants like the childlike innocence part, but he also wants the fully matured, sexual woman part. But it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, he's like caught in between two worlds, isn't he?
And it's not even uncommon to have it the other way around, where like a fully grown woman has sort of this like little girl sort of mentality, but it just doesn't work the other way around. There's not a lot of, sexually educated and experienced fucking 12-year-olds out in the world that are confident in themselves and know what they're doing because they're children. They can't. It doesn't work like that way, Dustin.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you've hit a really interesting point there, saying that he wants the adult aspect of someone who isn't an adult. So it's like he's matured in some aspects of his life, but not others. Yeah. And he's not allowing somebody else that privilege to sort of mature in their own way. So it's kind of imposing his selfishness and egotism on it, and as if to say, well, he's aware enough to know that she shouldn't be doing that, but he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care, and none of these people do. It's the interesting element. I don't think I'll ever. I understand if people. I don't mean I understand because I have it, but I understand that people are born with these impulses and they have these attractions, but I don't understand why they feel it necessary to act upon them. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a nature versus nurture too. I'm sure he grew up in, all right, we can throw 1,000 reasons why he did what he did, but it's even if they were all really good, like understandable reasons, it still doesn't excuse it. You just can't. I don't know. We've had this conversation so many times in so many different ways. It's so frustrating because on the one hand, you want to understand where they're like, why do people do this? Let's get to the root of the issue, get to the root of the problem. But you think, oh, well, then there's a cure for people out there who are suffering like this. There's a foolproof plan that we can use to prevent it from happening, and it just doesn't seem like that yet.
No, and like I said before we started recording, there was a great BBC documentary, and trying to understand why people do what they do, and it's still not fully understood. And it's a video for another time, but there's many factors that sort of create it. But anyway, so it's the same thing. There's a lot of similarities in this chat with the pornography in here. He says here, when you play with yourself, never done that before. Yeah, you want to try when we are on the phone. So he wants her to do it when they're speaking so that he can get himself off, basically. Which, strangely enough, Lon never did he?
It was probably, he thought it was a lot to juggle on the phone and on the text and doing that, and with both of her parents around.
I think it's because Lon was inexperienced and too shy.
He just didn't think of it. If he had thought of it, I'm sure he would have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he was just too embarrassed?
Yeah, because, well, what I mean is he's not, as crazy as this is to get your head around, Mcphetridge was married. So he's had, one would assume, a reasonable amount of sexual experience. We have theorised, and us pornographers will theorise about this until the cows come home, and we can't ever be sure about Lorne's sexual experience. It is a very interesting topic, and it goes towards what has made him who he is. I think that that it's one of the reasons why he didn't do anything like that on the phone. There was the odd comment like, "Are you anxious to touch my penis?" But that's just a very childish thing, isn't it? It's like what 2 10-year-olds would say in the playground.
Yeah, that's our Lauren, man.
Oh yeah. Whereas he's quite. He wants to get it on with it right there.
Dustin gives the appearance of somebody who's more childish in the way he physically talks and interacts with people, but mentally he's much more sinister and methodical than Lauren is or ever was.
Yeah. I don't know if he's more intelligent though.
I didn't say he was intelligent. I said he's more sinister.
I didn't say that you did. I'm just sort of making the point. I don't think he's more intelligent, really. There's not a lot of intelligence that goes through this chat, I don't think, really. It's not as sophisticated. He's just running with it. He's a bit bashful, not necessarily on the keyboards, but
if you read Lauren's chat and how in some ways it was very childish in nature, as you just said, sounds like what a couple of kids might say to each other who just don't know anything about sex. And then Dustin showed up and you heard him talk about, well, I'm just being honest about me and my mama. You'd be like, oh, that guy probably wrote that chat, somebody who's slow and inexperienced and bashful like Dustin is in real life. And Lauren, on the other hand, who had that ridiculous chat, just sat there and, eventually he did break down and cry. But, he sat there. He tried his best to answer some of the questions there. And it was just a lot more stoic than Dustin was trying to be.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. And on that note, we have been going around about 30 minutes and we've not really got through that much, have we?
Well, you know what? I'm sure we will have time again to revisit this and figure out the thrilling conclusion of the Dustin Chronicles.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
how much of this chat is left?
I think
a good chunk.
Yeah.
Like a third, yeah.
Another couple of videos worth.
Yeah.
And even though it's sometimes difficult to get through, I'm certainly not quitting now. So
we've come too far.
Oh, we certainly have, yeah. So I want to thank you for joining me, Mr. Heisenberg White. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'll be happy to come back and hang out with you and do another one of these Chatlog analyzations, and maybe you and Adam and I can do some streaming later.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some stuff to go over. There's no doubt about that. So, guys, thank you very much for listening. Leave any comments, anything that you that's on your mind about this chat or anything else, and just click like and subscribe if you've not already, and I'll speak to you soon.